Ever since I was a teenager, I've been self-conscious about hair. I was always waxing and shaving. I hated both. I hated waxing, I hated shaving. I hated how boring it was and how laborious it was. And I always told myself when I have enough income that I'm going to get laser hair removal done. I visit the clinic every 2 to 3 months, and that includes getting my underarms, my legs, bikini, feet, and essentially I'm in and out of there within usually about half an hour. I decided to go with this particular clinic based on the type of laser machine they use. They use something called an Alexandrite laser, and I discovered that this particular laser, when I did my research, is very, very good for my particular complexion. I'm fair with dark hair.
Oh, her day off. Yeah, does that doctor speak English?
There are 3 cycles that the hair goes through. And essentially what you're trying to do is you're trying to catch the hair cycle in a particular stage within the growth process called the anagen stage. And if you can catch the hair at that exact point, you get a really good result. But you have to catch that stage 3 times because there's 3 hairs that grow in each hair follicle. And so that requires many visits for you to actually effectively do that with the thousands or millions of hairs that are on the target area that you're trying to eliminate. I started these treatments basically about 2 years ago, and I space them out. So I get them done like every 2 to 3 months. And oftentimes the people at the clinic, they're like, no, you should come next month, you should come next month. But I know that you should actually stagger the treatments so that you give the hairs enough time to catch them in their anagen stage. So when you get changed into a gown, essentially what they do is they lay you down on a bed, and you can hear the Alexandrite machine whirling away, making all of these sounds. And they put like ice packs into your underarms, onto your legs, and basically everywhere where you're getting your treatment done. This doctor did it a little differently from other doctors. She actually put the Alexandrite machine right onto, almost directly onto my skin. And so I could actually feel the prickling of the laser penetrating into the hair follicles. And kind of, it feels like them zapping the hair. And so whenever you feel like a pinprick of pain, usually it means that the laser has effectively targeted that particular hair follicle. Today was a little different because it was a different lady doing it, and she didn't speak English and I don't speak Korean, so that made things a little bit difficult. I think she was really, really desperate to get away from me as soon as possible. Like some Korean doctors that aren't designated as the English-speaking doctor to deal with the English-speaking clients, they kind of get really shy of dealing with English clients and speaking to them in English. And so as a result, she fled. She fled the scene before I even confirmed whether I was happy with the treatment or not. And so the assistant had to call her back and ask her to redo an area that she hadn't done carefully. Sometimes you'll notice that the laser doctor they've missed a spot, and so what you'll do is you'll actually have to ask them, can you go over that particular area? And usually they're fairly gracious about doing that. Not every time. Sometimes it feels like, you know, you've asked them for $1 million. Overall, my results have been really, really good. The laser has eliminated, I'm gonna say, probably about 90% of the hair in those particular areas, and for me that's a super, super good result. If you want to know more on this topic, check out my article that I wrote. I've written a couple actually that go more into detail into the process and into pricing and things like that. So I'm going to leave that in the description below, so be sure to check that out if you're particularly curious about getting laser hair removal done in Seoul in Korea. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and take care. Bye.